Well, it's definitely been a day. That's for sure. I have had so many awful comments to go through. Hundreds of comments concerning one group that I'm part of. And also, like that's what started it. And then having people attack every little bit of me. I snapped. I'm not gonna lie. I'm part of a group called No Boys Allowed. It's a car club. That name, honestly, it's just a name. And the name, it was named that, honestly, to get a little bit of a reaction from boys. Because men don't care. Like, men, when they hear the name, they laugh. And they get it. However, boys are the ones that will attack you. That will, honestly, just beat you down. That's horrible. Like, I read through literally hundreds of horrible comments concerning my last video on YouTube. My last video that was, hey, you know what? Just saying, No Boys Allowed had a fantastic car show. You know what? The first ever car show, and it was a great success. And then everything about me got attacked. My looks, my personality, um, even the way I do my channel, I saw some of that. My car, and there was a lot of them. Like, there was, I am not kidding, I read over 300 comments today. Most of which were either attacking me or just sexist entirely. And, like, I read so many different comments concerning that video of saying, oh, the curved wheels, and, there's, like, I saw so many curved wheels comments, right? I saw so many comments of just making fun of the cars and people saying, oh, that is just a Walmart parking lot, where I was like that. This is just a used car dealer that you just filmed at. These aren't enthusiast cars. And I'm just going, like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with anybody that does that? I had even a woman attacking my looks tonight, and I flipped out on her 100%. And I will fully admit that. But, what can you do? I'm sorry, I'm just changing that. There we go. Like, today should have been a good day. It really should have been. You know what? I got to see Keith again, which, I mean, granted, I've seen him quite a bit lately, but, got to see him again because he picked up the Passat today. It's like, okay, cool. And I put some wheels or some tires in the Passat. It was all good there. Because I told him that I'd give those to him, and then now we're actually going to make it a trade for an engine. Those tires plus a couple other things as well, and potentially a little bit of cash on top, trading for an engine that he has. So we made this kind of deal the other night, and it was great. And I was hoping that maybe we could start this tomorrow. I'll just go up there, spend a couple nights in a hotel, whatever else. But he's just a little burnt out, and I understand. Like, he's got a really bad back. To be honest, my body will shut down too. Like, my health is just out the freaking window. And there is a lot of stuff that I want to do with my life and everything, but my body makes it very difficult to do any of this stuff. You know, I can't always commit to events. Like, I was lucky to be able to go to that car show and stay there for the entire time and then go to another car meet after that and be okay. But, and that's not all the time. Like, there are going to be times when I do or try that and I'll just freaking just break down. Like, my body will just break down in the day. Well, I mean, that's true. Like, to be honest, with some of these people, yes, they were just trying to be funny and whatever else. And, like, like, normally I can deal with somebody attacking me, like my looks, my car, anything like that. I can usually deal with it, dish it back. But when there are literally hundreds of those comments that you deal with, that's when it gets to be extreme. And it's making me take a step back a little bit. I'm not, like, don't get me wrong, I am going to continue to push out videos at the same rate or a very similar rate to what I'm doing now. But there is something to be said, though, about having that, like, of just slowing down a little. But I don't think I'm going to, because the one thing is, YouTube is it's one of the things that grounds me, to be honest. Because I don't really have a lot of people that I'm close with. And that's the truth. Like, I get real enjoyment by seeing views on my channel and by seeing, you know, the interaction and the great comments you guys leave and everything like that. It makes my day. But today was just rough. And it's, I can take a lot. Don't get me wrong. I've taken a lot in the past. But today was just too much. Like that. I don't know how anybody deals with that much on a daily basis. Because there are people that do, like people that are much bigger than I am on here on YouTube. Obviously, they're going to deal with a lot of comments like that. Now, what's interesting though is that hardly any of these comments were left on YouTube, to be honest. In fact, I think only 3 different people had commented on that video. But it was people on Facebook, right? Because I promote my videos through Facebook. And yeah, it's just a rough thing to deal with. So, hey, it's Unfish. And like, yeah, and I mean, and all I want to do is just kind of like work on my cars and enjoy myself doing it. Like, who knows? Maybe I'll do a tutorial for my next video. Even though I should do a video on what went on with the convertible. But I don't know how I could... I filmed a video today, I edited it all together, and I'm gonna trash it, to be honest. No, I'm not even sure what you mean. What? I'm confused by that. Like, yeah, do I have a lot of close friendships? No, I do have a lot of friendships, though, and I have a lot of connections throughout the entire hobby and whatever else. Like, I have, quite a few different people that I could talk to and whatever else, blah, 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 blah. But, I mean, there's stuff that I don't tell everybody. Of course. There's stuff that very select few people don't know about me. And, like, it's nothing bad or anything like that, but it's, it's just stuff that I don't like to share all the time. It's just one of those things where I would love for the hobby to be better, of course. sometimes it's hard to be that kind of rock star defender of women in the car hobby. Sometimes you just need a break from it, because I deal with a lot of shit on a daily basis. And this is one of the few times you're going to hear me swear is in this, to be honest, because I don't very often. At least here on YouTube. But, you know, it's just one of these deals where I don't know exactly where I'm going with this, and I apologize. It's been a long night. And like, yeah, because I want to fix, you know, like, to be honest, with my channel and everything, like, I definitely want to keep doing this, and I still want to grow this into my career. But there are going to be certain things that I'll have to do, for sure. Yeah, see, like, and I've seen some stuff firsthand. Granted, like, a lot of the stuff I deal with is online. Very rarely do I have it happen to me in person. And when it does happen in person, I can usually shut them down and not a big deal. Like, there are women in the car hobby that have issues. Like, of course. Because the thing is, if you don't have the knowledge, like, the car hobby is one of the most toxic places ever. Unfortunately, it just is. And, you know, because I've seen it firsthand. Like, I made a video of just comments of just terrible comments. I labeled the video, and it's only like a 3-minute video of the dark side of being a woman in the car hobby. And I took a bunch of messages, texts, and just comments, and put them all in one video. It's not edited good, because back then I wasn't as good as editing as I am now. But even still, I don't really edit that much now. I was also using different software back then. The software I use now is a lot better, but and those weren't even quite as bad as what I dealt with today. And normally I don't deal with near that much crap. Like, when I talk about No Boys Allowed, because of course that's the car club, and it's a fantastic car club, to be honest. Like, the name is out there to actually get a reaction from boys. That is actually what came, like, what Sarah told me. Because I asked her one day, I'm like, so why did you name it that? Like, I'm curious, you know? And, like, I totally get why she named it that. It's actually kind of funny to a certain degree. Thank you, sweetie. And I mean, yeah, like, I really do appreciate that. Yeah, but it's okay. Like, I I don't know. And I just, like, don't get me wrong, I'll be fine. Like, by tomorrow, honestly, this will be water under the bridge and whatever else, and, you know, I'll move on, right? And I'll film something else, because I actually don't have any videos currently on the docket ready to be out yet, right? Because normally, like, actually, for the past bit, being in that hotel in Edmonton was nice, because I uploaded 3 videos in, like, an hour, right? Because they had way better Wi-Fi than I do here. So that was awesome, honestly, and, like, you know, it's kind of worth it to a certain degree of going to Edmonton just for that alone. But I don't know. I might see if I can film some other stuff. Like, there's some other stuff that I need to film, and actually, I think it's tomorrow. I need to message somebody concerning a video on a vehicle that they're selling, because it's a really rare Australian Valiant Charger 770 for sale with a 340 in it, and it's just gorgeous. I've never seen one in person, and I definitely want to do the video on that, and the guy said that he'd let me. So that's really cool, and I can't wait for that. And it gets more eyes on his ad too, and whatever else. And like that's a video that could absolutely explode the channel. Because again, you never see those, right? And I did figure out the issues with Lilo, to be honest, because we got it dragged back to the shop there. As I was, because literally, it's kind of funny with that. Is I was only 40 minutes down the road, so it's not like I was terribly far. But that's when I finally went pop, and it was not a hole in the block like I thought it was going to be, because when you look at that video, it looks like there is a bunch of oil and coolant, which there's only one thing that can cause that, and that is either, well, actually, there's a couple of things. Connecting rod going through the block could cause that, or there somehow you crack your head like so bad that it just explodes everywhere, which again, not likely. Right? And looking at the video there, you can figure out, okay, like on the you can see in that video that it's all on the driver's side. And it's like, okay, so what exactly happened here? And there is no hole in the block or anything like that. And it's not actually a blown head gasket. What this actually was, because at least my theory anyways, I know the rad cap went, but why did the rad cap go? And my thought on this is, because there was so much dirt and debris in the system, right? So much of it. And I have flushed that system twice, and it's still not clean. It's cleaner now than it was, but it's still not clean. Now, when you combine dirt with coolant, it actually kind of looks like oil. If you have the right concentrate of dirt in the coolant. So, what I think happened was all that dirt and debris caused a partial blockage in the cooling system, which increased the pressure on inside the cooling system, and that 16-pound limit on the rad cap just went pop, and yeah, that's where it was. So that motor is actually fine, like at least concerning that sort of thing. Like if I wanted to drive it, I could, but it's honestly hurt. Like in the fact that sorry, my brain is just not functioning. I apologize. Very well. But the problem with the car is that because I drove it for approximately 50 minutes total that day after, like the 40 minutes of driving plus the extra 10 minutes approximately, maybe even 20, that I went to Beaumont and back from his shop. Because his shop is pretty close to Beaumont. So, and the thing is, in that amount of time, it burned approximately 1 liter of oil. Which, that is close to 1 quart of oil. For any of the Americans in the chat that don't know. And so, that is just no good. And that is guaranteed to be piston rings. It's gotta be. If it's burning that much oil, it's gotta be piston rings, right? Which is interesting, because it wasn't really smoking that bad. Like, it was bad. Like, the thing is, the car was running pretty good. It wasn't really running rich anymore, because we did the HEI swap on it. And that HEI did wonders for that thing. It was able to, like, squawk the tires and, really was a lot better. It didn't fully overheat, actually. There is that. Like, it got close, don't get me wrong. Like, I wasn't paying attention to the coolant gauge when it happened. But the thing is, you can drive it now and it's fine. Like, however, the oil consumption is horrible. And and it's just one of those deals, right? That I am dealing with right now, and it's fine. Like I said, we have a motor. We're gonna stab in it because I'm not gonna replace piston rings. There's just no point because once you like the problem is the rabbit hole you go down when it's just like okay piston rings. Well, okay, while I'm in here, I have the heads off. I may as well do valve seals. Okay. Well, maybe delve a little deeper. Well, maybe let's put some cam bearings in it and connecting rod, like and new connect. Basically just new bearings all the way around, and oh, may as well just rebuild the motor, and it ends up costing you so much more money than it initially would, as opposed to just swapping the motor for a used one, right? And to be honest, I don't even think that it's just that the piston rings were put in wrong, because I don't think that motor's ever been a part. Because if it was a part, the cooling system would not be as dirty as it is. In fact, that cooling system should be very clean. And I shouldn't be having these, or at least the issue with that, I should have been able to drive it home without any issue, right? Yeah, I would have, you know, potentially ran it out of oil in that amount of time. Which I wouldn't have known, to be honest, until I got home and then just like look at the dipstick, unless it started knocking or something. I wouldn't have had any idea. Now, I did have oil in the car, so I mean, I could have topped it up on the side of the highway and stuff like that, but you know what I mean, right? Now, what is going to happen, though, with that, like, because that motor, we're just going to pull it, no big deal, but I do want to do one final send-off of a burnout. I've got a bunch of tires lying around. May as well do a burnout with them. And, with that engine, right? And one last sort of send-off before we decide, before we swap it, right? And it'll be fun, do a video on it type idea and be like, yeah, who knows, that might be in the motor swap video, as a matter of fact. That's possible, Jacqueline. That definitely has, like, the one thing is, it was smoking heavily on startup, but then as you drove it, it wasn't so bad. But like the one thing is, I will say, driving it down the highway, I wasn't really seeing that much smoke. But to be honest, I wasn't paying that close of attention behind me of seeing all the smoke out the back. So, it's just one of those deals, and it'll be fun. Like, the stuff I have planned, because like when we swap the motor, and I mean that'll all be filmed, right? I'll film pulling the motor on Lilo. I'll film kind of putting the motor together a little bit, because I mean, when we pull it out of the other car, we are going to do a couple of things. Like, we're going to put my Cobra intake and my Holley 600 on there, right? Because the Cobra intake is just damn cool. And as well, that Holley carb is a damn good carburetor, and it's brand new. Like, why not go with that? Because like that carburetor, literally, it just came out of the box and it has less than 500 kilometers on it. So why not use it, right? That Edelbrock Performer intake, I'll just end up selling, because there's nothing wrong with that intake, but I'll just end up selling it. As much as I wanted to do that video of comparing the two intakes, that's not gonna happen. But that's fine. Because yeah, and I mean, it's possible though. Like, a friend of mine had a theory on the car, and that the heads, like the head gaskets, were put in backwards, and which is causing coolant passages to be blocked up and whatever else. But if that was the case, though, the thing would have overheated long before that. So that's kind of the weird part about it, right? You'd think that thing would have overheated within about 10 minutes of driving, but it was 40. So that's the interesting part about that theory, right? And and I drove it around, even though it ran like absolute ass before that. But 750. No. My Holy Carb is a 600. 600 CFM. So 4 barrel. Honestly, great carburetor. But yeah, like I said, that the carburetor has almost no mileage on it, and then there's that Cobra intake, which is just look cool on the engine. I'll have to get rid of my HEI, but I'll just throw that in on the deal for the motor. Like the tires, motor, and probably throwing in a little bit of cash on top to him to trade for that motor, right? And it'll end up costing me maybe $100 when it's all said and done. Although I'll get that money kind of back because I'll not be using my BBK headers. Because this other motor has headers on it, and they might actually be long tube headers, so they're a little better than the equal length shorty headers. But you see, that's the weird part, because I never saw it be like that. I just saw a bunch of dirt and debris inside of the coolant system. So yeah, like, and it wasn't very hazy or anything like that. There was no milkshake. And like you pull the dipstick and it's totally fine. Because like, and what's sad though is that like I just changed the oil in that motor, and yeah, there's, that motor's cooked. So it's very disappointing actually. But shit happens, right? Not a big deal. And like, yeah, and we'll swap this motor, and then it should be okay. And then I can move on to the tranny swap and Stitch. So it's there's a lot of things to look forward to. And then once the tranny swap is done, then we will work like once Lilo's reliable. Once the tranny swap is done on Stitch, then we will be reviving the Civic. That'll finally happen. Because it's one thing that I want to do. And after it did that, I have not checked the plugs. No, I have replaced the plugs. I replaced the plugs before it went up there, to be honest. So, yeah. And, like, to be honest, the plugs when I first got the car, they were fouled. They're just bad. Like, they were brand new plugs, and they were done. So I threw in new plugs. Not a big deal. And I mean, I didn't put very many miles on them, and then now those plugs could be screwed again. It's possible. But it wasn't really running rich anymore. Once we did the distributor swap, it was pretty good, actually. And there was, we kept finding a bunch of stuff too that like this guy that sold it to me, like sold this car back to me, of he just did wrong. And it's like, dude, you own a mechanic shop, and the fact that you were gonna put your wife in this car, like it really rubs me the wrong way. It really does. Because like, don't get me wrong, being underneath the car and taking a look underneath, like the H pipe being cut off, even though he told me that there was an H pipe in the car, but well, it's not exactly an H pipe anymore. Possibly. That's possible, but regardless, we're gonna end up pulling this motor. Although the only cylinder to have any oil on it, like on the spark plug, is cylinder number 8. That one has a ton of oil on it. So, and it's possible that hey, the intake gasket is gone on that side too. Like, the stuff that I've thought about of head gasket, intake gasket, whatever else. I don't think it's a head gasket though. I think it'd be intake gasket. But even still, we're just gonna honestly just trash it. I think. Like there is one thing that we could do. We could steal the distributor off that other car. Put on because I will need that distributor with a different cap. And we could just replace the intake gaskets and see what happens. Because I mean, I have new intake gaskets. We don't have to glue them down or anything. So just to see if it, helps anything, and then if it drives good and whatever else, then okay. But I still have a feeling that if there's that much oil, because bear in mind, that was a liter of oil for 40 minutes of driving. I do think that that's piston rings. It's gotta be piston rings, because there is no other way that it would be consuming that much oil, right? Like I don't know. It's just one of those things. Like, and again, it's possible that I'm wrong, but I don't know. It just seems like it would be piston rings, right? But again, could be wrong. Because like, and as well, the compression is okay. It's not amazing though. Like at 110 pounds to 119 per, which is more than the 10% variance, by the way. Or at least if I doing the math right in my head, might be. I don't know. My brain doesn't work the way it used to be honest. But yeah. But I mean, we can go with that other one because that motor doesn't smoke though, and we know that it seems to be a good motor, so we can swap that one in and see what happens. And now, that one does have some goodies on it anyway, so that's kind of nice. Although we'll be getting rid of some goodies to put my goodies on there. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I got the fat cat. Yes, I do. I got the fat cat. I was. Oh wait, you're gonna attack me? I'm just petting you. My big fat cat. I'm a big fat cat. But it's just one of those. Ah! Tried to bite me, little bugger. There you go. You get to see my kitty cat. But yeah. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, we might end up, like, the motor is going to get pulled, right? And, we will swap the other one in. That motor will be kept around, and I mean, yeah, we might pull it apart just to see what we see. Because, like, and something I was told, and again, I don't believe a word of this, but you never know, right? He may have been truthful on one thing. Because the previous owner of this car, like, he lied through his teeth on this car. And, because, like, there's only a couple things he was truthful about. The carburetor being brand new, because you could tell, yeah, it was hardly ever run with that carburetor. You could just tell just by how shiny the freaking carb was. That intake being brand new, because again, way too clean for it not to be brand new. And yeah, there was that. Because like the one thing is that we found out after the fact is how he actually had the fuel pump wired in. Because bear in mind, he put a Carter AFB, or not Carter AFB, but a Carter fuel pump in it, right? The typical sort of Carter fuel pump that everybody swaps in their car, right? It's actually a good little fuel pump. Loud. Very loud pump, though, but it works. So, I don't like how loud it is, to be honest, because if you don't... have the stereo on, you can hear it pretty well actually when it's running. But sorry, lost track of what I was saying. But anyways, that fuel pump was wired into the coil, which was causing the misfire. Once we got rid of that and actually wired it, because actually we ended up wiring it through the stereo, with the whatchamacallit there, through the stereo fuse, and we just, instead of it being a 15 amp fuse, it's now a 30 amp fuse for the stereo. So cool. That way, it's not a high draw on anything, so that it's not causing any issues, right? And it works, to be honest. And I know, hey, if I lose my radio, I should pull over because my fuel pump is going to be gone too. So there's that. But also, I'll hear if the freaking fuel pump dies too. Like, and I mean, I have to turn on the radio to find out for sure, but yeah. Okay. Hi, fat cat. But yeah, and I mean, like, and because actually the same day that sort of happened. Well, actually, it wasn't the same day. It was the day before. Because I stayed up there for one night. I stayed in a hotel room and then headed back the next day. Because, I was going to pull the transmission out of Lilo that day. And fully intending to pull the transmission, pull the bell housings off of the T4 and the T5, bring them down here to the machine shop, get the adapter machined, get the V8 flywheel and clutch clutch kit, and also get the whatchamacallit, get a V8 starter as well, so I can put this all together pretty easily. Because yeah, like, unfortunately, like, I have the bolt pattern that I wish I didn't have. I have the small bolt pattern for the inland six, which sadly is the one that they don't make an adapter for, so you have to get an adapter made. And it's also not the bigger bell housing where you can literally just drill 2 holes and you could bolt bolt it straight up into a off the T5 housing pretty easily. But yeah, and sorry, like I mentioned, my brain's not functioning very well tonight. It's just post-COVID crap is really driving me nuts because my brain should be working way better than it is now, but it's not. That's so sad. But what can you do, right? What can you do? But yeah, because who knows? We might tear apart that motor and take a look inside too. Like I don't know yet. Because like there's another vehicle of his that I actually want that's out there, but will I get it? Probably not. Or maybe someday, but not now. Because it's like a 72 or 73, I think. Maybe even a 71. Mustang coupe, not a fastback, but it's dressed up like a Mach 1, so it is kind of cool, actually. But it's a coupe, right? It's got a real Mach 1 hood, so I know that hood's worth a pretty penny. But I would just get it back on the road, because it needs a new drive shaft. It's got 351 in it. Put a new drive shaft in it. Put the grill back in, put the bumper back on, because it's missing a couple things like that. But it's all there. And clean it up a bit and sell it, right? Ah, okay. Cool. Yeah, see, no, and I'm putting the T5 not on the 302. I'm putting it on the 200 inline six. So I have, because there was two different bell housings that were offered in 81, and I have the bell housing that you don't want. If it had the big bell housing, this would be so much easier. But yeah. Oh, did I just miss a comment? Sorry. Oh, okay, no, I didn't. Not yet. Like, cause to be honest, if I was putting it on the V8, it would have probably already been swapped by now. I just need to get pedals, but there's pedals in Red Deer for me to grab. So, you know, they're free, so that's nice. Because yeah, it's literally will be so easy to do. Like it'd be much easier to do on that, but I'm not going to. That's gonna say an AOD. Ah, okay. Yeah, see, like, and luckily you have that adapter that they make. Nobody makes an adapter for my bell housing pattern because it's even different than that. Um, like, I think it's C8DE is the bell housing number on my C4. Um, it goes on further than that, but those are really the numbers that you need to figure it out. Because I'm trying to remember what the name of it is called. But yeah, it's one of those deals, and I can put it at T5 under the 200. It'll be sweet. I've got a rear end that's. I need to go pick it up. It's in Fort Saskatchewan. To put in Stitch. So that'll be cool. It's a 7.5 with 354s in it, but it does come with a set of 373s as well. So yeah, that should be cool. And I can't wait for that, to be honest. To have limited slip diff and better gearing in that car. Make it go a little better. And now with the, because actually I should do it. If I can find my mouse, I can do the calculation here for what the revs are going to be like with 373s in it, or 354s even. Oh god, I have too much crap here. Like, hey, there you go. I found duct tape. Anybody need duct tape? This is actually a good duct tape though. It's 3M. Just put that over there. Yeah, where is the mouse to my freaking keyboard or to my computer? If I could find it, I could do this calculation online. You see, and I've been trying to do research and like, because the thing is, and I've talked to Modern Driveline and they say we don't make a bell housing adapter for that. So yeah, like I don't know, to be honest. Like I've been trying to do the research on it and nothing is coming up properly for it. Because and the problem is nobody pays attention to the Fox body inline sixes unless if you have the late one, which has the V8 bell. Or most of a V8 bell. It's just two bolts that are not the same. But you can just drill holes and make those bolts work. Because yeah, like, because I've tried and I've asked in groups and whatever else, and they've told me differently. So but again, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, is my mouse in here? There's some in here. No, it's not. There's just a remote in there that I don't need. Damn it. Where did that mouse go? I mean, I'll find it eventually, but not when I need it. Sure of that. Damn it. It's not up here, is it? No. Damn it. It's annoying. It's not over here, is it? Nope. Is it in there? Because, yeah, like I said, if you look up the C8DE bell housing, that is the number that I have on my C4 bell housing, but see, but the problem is I don't think I have the right bell housing pattern on my inline six to actually utilize that. At least everything I've been told is saying no. Because even Modern Driveline says we don't make bell housing for that. Like to actually match for the bell housing pattern I have. Right? That's the problem. Otherwise, yeah, that'd be the easiest way to do it. Come on. Why the hell is that? I wish I could find that. Well, see, in '81 they had a weird two different bell housings, right? And like I don't have the V8 bell, which I wish I did, because it'd make things so much easier. I have whatever that smaller one is, but it's not the same as the '60s ones. It's a totally different style. Like they had a total of I think 4 different bell housings for the inline six, and I don't know why. It's either 3 or 4, and I think it was 4. Um, and that bell housing was only offered from 78 to partial of 81, right? From what I can read on it, anyways. Like I said, it's hard to find this freaking information because nobody gives a crap about the later ones. They just don't. They like the heads, and that's it. It drives me nuts because I wish I could find more information on this properly, and I can't. Let's see. Is the mouse on the floor? Sorry, I'm still watching. Still watching the chat. I wish I could find that. It's kind of annoying, actually, that I can't. Oh, what was that? Oh, that was... Yeah, that was not what it was. Damn it. Man. What the hell is that damn mouse? Sometimes having a wireless mouse is such a pain because you can never find it. Although I found a screwdriver. And I found a little bell, which is a Pokemon bell. But that's really it. Well, thank you. I mean, yeah, and like like, because I've talked to Modern Driveline, which is the ones that make all those bell housings for those cars or the adapters, and they don't make one for that block. And I've tried talking with people, and they're not really giving me a straight answer on it, so it's very confusing. Like, and I want to make sure that I get the right information on this, because a lot of the people that do this have the different bell house. Like, anybody that does it on the Fox bodies, they just find the V8 bell, inline sixes. So yeah, like, I wish I had one, because there was one for sale not too long ago, but it got snatched up pretty quick. And like, but the problem is I'd have to swap all of my stuff over to it. So, which is not super hard. It's just annoying because there was a lot of work done to my motor, not internally. It's all external, but still. Okay, where the hell is that damn mouse? No, that's not it either. Damn it! Oh, man. Let's see. Is this thing dead? Yep, it's dead. Damn it. The other laptop won't be, though. I'm gonna go grab that really quick because I want to do a calculation really quick to see what my where it's gonna be before the T5 swap. And it's dead too. Great. Okay. Okay. I can still see the chat, don't worry. If I see a message in there. I'm just looking for this damn mouse. Wish I could find it. It should be somewhere in here. Oh! I think it just dropped out. Yay! I think I found it. I know, it's a little awkward. I'm sorry. Yep, found it. Sweet! I knew it was going to be around there somewhere. There, now I can look up what I wanted to look up before. And plus, I got a cool oil cap, too. I can't use this oil cap, but it's cool. Now, hopefully, is the PC frozen? Hopefully not. Oh, no, it's not. Yay! Okay. Let's see here. Okay, I didn't miss any messages today. Yeah, and I mean, like, worst case scenario, like I said, I can just get an adapter made, and it's not the end of the world. Just means it's probably going to cost me a little more, but, it's fine. Let's see. Okay, see, no, that's not the one that I want here. Oh, wait, yes it is. Hang on. Let's put in 354 with a 28 tall tire. And let's go 70 miles per hour. What did that come back as? Okay, so that'll be actually where I am now, which is kind of cool. With 354s. What about if I do the 373s? Yeah, see, that'll put me at 3,200 RPM. So I don't want that. So I'll do the 354s for now and then swap with the gearing later. That's totally fine. Cause yeah. Oh, this is even better. Okay, so when I put in 28 tall tire, engine RPM, see, that's the one part I don't know on this. Oh wait, no, that's not what I want. Transmission gear ratio. See, I don't even know what my gear ratios are in my T5 that I'm putting in. Like, I know it's an 83 T5, which now I need to look it up. Let's see. What is the overdrive ratio? 0.72 to 1. Okay. See, that's not what I wanted there. Maybe this will be better. Okay, so that will be 354. 28. And speed. Now, is that in miles per hour? I'm going to assume so. Interesting. So it actually says the AOD is going to be better than that? Huh. Interesting. So, what am I going to be at then? Because I'm checking some stuff out here. Wow. So, with my 28 tall tire, I'm going to be down to like 2,300 RPM on the highway. That's freaking dope. Because I'm right now around 3,000 RPM at 70 mile an hour. It's not fun. The thing freaking screams at me and gets horrible gas mileage in the process. For an inline six, it's god awful. But you know, if I put the T5 in it just as it sits, it'd be around 1,800 RPM, which would be freaking fantastic. But you know, that's not gonna happen. So that's okay. And it's interesting that it says an AOD is at 1605, but yet if I do, okay, so my car is gonna have either 308s or 327. So let's just say Lilo has a 308. Okay, now do 26-inch tall tire. Yeah, see, that's a lie. My AOD does not get that good. Yeah, I mean, because let me look it up actually, because I'm gonna see if I can find it online. Of okay, let's go 1981. All right. Housing does the small. Does the small. Actually, I can just go. What Bell Housing does the 1980 200 inline 6 half? Now, because I know if I go 1980, because I don't think they changed it to 81. You see, that's the modern driveline thing, but it doesn't freaking tell me. Like, it drives me nuts that they don't tell me this crap. Oh no, it definitely won't. Like, I mean, I'm not too worried about that. Um, uh, wait, hang on. Hang on. Somebody just said that mine is the dual Bella housing block. Like, I just found a forum that says it. Because C8DE, which is what I have. So, let's look. Now, see, I need to figure out which of these will fit. Okay, this is from Summit. But what does this fit? Check the fit. Okay, no, that's not what I was looking for. Stupid thing. Hang on. Let's go on to Facebook here. Facebook, there we go. Because I just want to double check stuff and make sure that what I read on that forum is correct. So let's go. Vintage Mustang 6 forum. Hi, everyone. So I have a question. I looked up on a forum and found that the D8DE housing is the dual pattern. Is that correct? Because I want to put a T5 in my 81, and that's the code that this 4 had on it. There we go. Let's look at that and then see what they say, because if so, then cool. I can reference that to other ones, because this is on the Vintage Mustang 6 forum on Facebook. They're honestly a great resource for this sort of thing. Like there's some people that are truly just masters at this whole thing. Oh, God. Sorry, I just read something I did not like to see. Oh, hey, Mustang guy. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's definitely been a night, of just crap on Facebook. So, yeah, stuff happens. Okay, cool. I did get put into this group too, so I just want to make sure. Okay, that's what I was hoping for. Oh, well, okay. I don't know if you've seen the video yet, or if you did click on it, because I understand it's not everybody's video, to be honest, because a lot of the vehicles in there aren't really, like, there's a couple of Mustangs or whatever else, but it's not, you know, too many super cool cars. But in my last video that I posted earlier today, which was the car show video of No Boys Allowed putting it on, um, that me posting that on Facebook, and bear in mind, I promote my videos through Facebook. I read over 300 comments that were either extremely sexist, attacking me, attacking my car, and just a bunch of other crap too. And it was just like, honestly, it reading that many of them just really is just kind of disheartening and like really throws you off. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of dealing with. And to be honest, like I mean, I'll be fine, but you know, it's just one of those deals that yeah. All right, look at that. It's past midnight too. So let's see. Yeah. Hi, Saper. What do you want? Come here. Come hither, my boy. Whoa, what did I just do to my computer? How did I do that? My screen is sideways. What the frick? Thank you, Angela. I do really appreciate that. And like, and to be honest, it wasn't just one. Like, there was so many. Because I had to actually delete a few of them because I'm like, okay, no, I can't keep looking at this. But how the hell do I flip my screen? No, that's not it. No. No, I don't want to do that. Escape. Okay, how do I unflip my screen? Can I just shut it off and it will not be like that when I turn it back on? I hope so, because otherwise I don't know how to fix this. Let me just do this. There we go. Hopefully I can flip that back. Yeah, and I mean, and it definitely was very screwed up, and you know, like, and there was just again hundreds of comments that I read through today. It was just ridiculous. Or trust me, and like, and usually I can deal with it just fine, but literally when it's hundreds of comments, that gets really difficult to deal with. So, yeah. Meanwhile, I got ooh, there we go, make it shiny, shiny. So shiny, very shiny, and I got a big fat cat. Right? Very shiny. And this is a oil cap. So, you know, for like a valve cover. This is one of those push-on style, right? And it comes with its own gasket in there. It's quite nice, to be honest. Like, I would actually put this on a car, but, you know, yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, it's so sideways. How do I fix that? You know what I mean? I'm used to. I'm used to like people being kind of crappy online, whatever else. That's normal. But um, to that extent though, not so much. Like, yeah, you know, dealing with 10, 20, 30 comments when I do this is not so bad. Yeah, my whole screen is sideways right now. Like, I'm not kidding. Here, I will show you. Okay, here we go. It is sideways. I don't know how to fix that. I don't know what my cat pressed on the keyboard to do that. Does anybody know computers that could tell me how to fix that? Cause yeah, it not good. It's definitely not good. And that is zoomed in. I think. Oh, maybe not. Damn it. Okay. Okay. At least I know how to negotiate this a little. Oh yeah, I'm gonna Google it. It's just because also because it's sideways, like I have to move the mouse in certain ways to try and figure this out. Like you have to think about it like this. So you know, if you go left and right, like it's still the same way technically. It's just you have to look at it this way to figure it out better. But yeah, so you know, just like dealing with that much negativity, I had to just step away and you know for a while and delete a few posts on it, which is sad because like the one thing is I know I was getting a ton of traffic because of those, but it's I couldn't deal with it anymore. You know, so yeah, and like I'm used to dealing with crap on the internet, but not that much crap, and nobody should have to deal with that much garbage ever. Oh come on, please. Oh, bored. Can this thing load? This is on Windows 10. So, um, it is a HP. I can't remember the model name. Well, sorry, it's a Lenovo ThinkCentre. I can't remember the model name, but that doesn't really matter. It's just it's gonna be a software thing. So Windows 10. There we go on Windows 10. Oh, hang on. I fixed it. Yeah, so my cat somehow when he was crawling across my keyboard, he pressed Control Alt and one of the arrow keys to flip the screen. How weird. How'd you pull that off, cat? Just blows my mind that my cat did that. Actually, I want to look at something here. on YouTube. But actually, while I'm doing this, I probably should do a couple of things here. YouTube Studio. There's a few things I need to edit. Hey, I hit 1,790 subscribers. Oh, wow. So that is showing. We definitely did. And thank you very much. I'm very, very excited about that, to be honest. Like, I've had a ton of growth this month. Like, last month, I had none. Really, I had, like, I think 40 or so. But now, I mean, this month, or in the last 28 days, I have 152 subscribers. It's amazing. Okay, that's already done. So why is that still there? There we go. On. Well, I keep at it. You'll get there. To be honest, it you know, it took me quite a while to get here, but that's, I mean, whoops. Skirt changes. I want end screen. I mean, you could. I don't know. That's up to you, I guess. I don't know. Like for me, like because when I started this channel years ago, and when it was not called Katarina's Garage when I started this. Like, it's kind of funny actually. This channel, before I did anything on it other than one video, was Evanescence Lover 426, and I just changed the name. Um, yeah, so there's that. Wait, what? Oh, yes. Sorry, I totally got what you meant now. Yeah, because like the one thing is, I really do love, like, I used to love her so much. Um, because yeah, like Amy Lee was one of my favorite people, but you know, Avril Lavigne is still my favorite person of all time. She just is. I've loved everything that she's done, and you know, everything that she's been through is just, you know, it's an incredible story, and yeah, because like her dealing with Lyme disease as well, and none of the above, none of the above. So I'm monetizing a bunch of stuff right now, because like to monetize shorts on YouTube, you actually have to do it through the computer. I may have. I need to look again. Oh yes, I did see that. And that's just freaking horrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Like, I've had actually. I ordered valve cover gaskets for my 302, and they came destroyed too. Like, it was just ugh, just sad. They haven't posted a lot of shorts. This gets difficult to figure out which videos need cards for them. And so many shorts need to be monetized. Oh my god. This is a rough way of doing this. I mean, that gasket is screwed. I wouldn't use it. Like, because that's just going to cause you issues, to be honest, if you run that. And screen. Okay, so it discard changes. Okay. There we go. I'm all good there. I do want to look, although. Dashboard. Go to video analytics. Let's see, wow. See, my video that I posted earlier today has 1,280 or 64 views. It's amazing. Well, I mean, the one thing is you can say that, hey, it needs some work and whatever else, and, that's totally fine. Like, I couldn't see people getting upset about that. Wait, where is that video? Huh? Oh, wait, is this on the second? That's why. Eh. I was like, where is that video at? Much confusion. Fair enough. I can definitely relate to that. Like there are Fair enough. Actually, I was gonna say, okay, where is? Okay, I know I didn't get anything from that. I don't think. There we go. That's what I want. Wow. So, it's interesting. There's a video that I posted a few days ago that is concerning, the Cobra intake that I have, the subframe connectors, the finned valve cover, and I can't remember what else it saw. But the one thing is, I've actually gotten 33 subscribers off that video, which is nice. Like, normally I don't get near that many, so that's pretty cool to see that. And I always like to, I always like to see what my videos actually do for me. Because, yeah, somehow I don't think the Passat will have gotten me anything. No, it did not. Although the Passat video has got me 38 cents, so there you go. What about the Fox Body thing? Only one subscriber. But that only has 500. See, I thought that video would have done better than that. I'm only getting 568 views. Like, I thought that video would have done way better than that. But that's okay. You win some, you lose some. $865. So I should get paid this month via YouTube too, so that'll be nice. And again, that one's done nothing. Sadness. But, yeah, like, that's one of these things. And, like, I've had some videos do really well lately and some kind of tank. It just depends. Like, and it's totally fine. I'm not too worried about it. Because it all balances out in the end, So if we look, actually, what did the Dodge video do? Because I know that got, 605 views. Okay, not bad. I just like looking to see, because I haven't really looked at a lot of these for a while here. Long one. What about that one? Oh, there we go. A lot of watch time off of the Junkyard Tour, which I'm not shocked by. Because people love a good Junkyard Tour. That's what I've discovered. And, because soon, soon I'll be filming a bunch of stuff, and, because I think it's today or tomorrow that I got to message the guy on the Valiant Charger 770. And figure out a time when I can go look at that and film it. Fox of the 351. Was there a Fox of the 351 in that video? I can't even remember, to be honest. So much crap has happened between now and then. But I'm really surprised that didn't do better than it did. Yeah, well, I'm just trying to remember which Fox body had a 351 in it. Because I thought they all had 302s. That's what I'm confused about. Now, there was a Mustang with a 351, but it was not a Fox body. That was that 71, 72, 73. Where, I'm not sure what year it is. Because I didn't look at the VIN. Or the door tag if it had one. That's it. Let's see how that one did. Well, that one did really good too. Oh no, the 86 hatchback, because there was only one 86 hatchback out there. He does not have any 85s. That's a 302, not a 351. That's actually the car that's going into Lilo. That's the motor that I'm going to be putting in there. Because we're going to be pulling that I don't know, in the next few days. No worries. So, and yeah, that one did nothing. I'm not shocked by that. Yeah, because nobody cares on a how to install a RAD. Some people care about how to's, not everybody. Jeez, how many freaking shorts have I not monetized in the past while? Holy crap. But to be honest, my shorts, I post a lot of them, so and then with the paint and stuff like that in my car, because I mean, yeah, that's been kind of a shorts thing. Although I might actually do a little test panel with that. Yeah, it really is, and like, and that '86 Mustang is totally fine to gut that way, because that '86 Mustang, as you saw, was just horrible. Like, it really is. Whoever did that freaking primer paint job didn't tape off anything, and there's probably other crap wrong with it too. There we go. Not bad. Okay. I'm done. I'm done with all that stuff. And actually, um, yeah, I might just end up heading to bed because it is almost 1 a.m. Well, I say going to bed. I'll go to bed, but I'll probably watch one episode of Luke Cage, and then go to sleep. So, I really appreciate y'all for jumping in here and supporting me tonight, because I really needed this. Because yeah, like I said, it was really rough earlier. So, anyways, thank you all so much for watching and for saying the kind words and stuff like that. Again, was really needed. Yeah, I'll hopefully have another video up for you guys in the next couple of days. I should be filming one tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, anyways, I will chat at y'all later. Bye. Pikachu. There's a fist. No, that's the wrong space. Do that. No. No. This is being a failure. There we go.